Hello, I'm Mandy Patinkin. Spend just a few minutes with me and look at the world we all share. It isn't a fair place. Things happen. Things that for most of us have nothing to do with who we are or what we've done, but rather where we were born and circumstances that are beyond our control. There are wars, natural disasters, and the violent upheaval that often accompanies political unrest. When these occur, food and drinkable water supplies are imperiled. This leads to the kind of hunger and thirst that have special names: acute malnutrition and dehydration, famine and starvation. And it affects families, villages, and entire regions. In sub-Saharan Africa alone, 206 million people suffer from severe malnutrition. Worldwide, acute malnutrition and lack of drinkable water, poor sanitation, and waterborne diseases are responsible for millions of deaths a year. Unimaginable in the 21st century, but no less real for being unimaginable. And the majority of those who die are, of course, children.
The child is very apathetic, is not responding, is not playful. That's both a sign of dehydration and malnutrition. We can just see that the mouth here, the mouth is very dry. Very dry. There's very little saliva in the mouth, and if you can see the tongue, there's a white coating on the tongue that suggests there's been infection there. The child is crying at the moment, but without tears. The child is tearless.
Often the problem is man-made, stemming from war and conflict, and resulting in emergency need. Sometimes it's a sudden natural disaster, where tsunamis and cyclones and earthquakes make immediate access to food and water a matter of life and death. And sometimes it's a lasting problem, like drought, that can make access to sustenance and safe drinking water difficult or impossible.
Before there was everything. For example, the people cultivated vegetables, wheat, corn, barley, like this. But because of the drought, now they lose everything, and therefore they leave the village.
When already poor hygiene conditions deteriorate, diseases like diarrhea and dysentery, cholera and typhoid, hepatitis, meningitis take their deadly toll. And the thing is, most of these deaths can be prevented. And the grip of hunger and thirst can be released. And the destiny of whole populations can change. This is what Action Against Hunger is about. In Africa, in Asia, around the world, this is what Action Against Hunger does. Rescuing those in urgent need, but also providing the tools for long-term food and water sustainability and security. Breaking the cycle of starvation and dehydration, and ensuring sanitation to help prevent disease and infection. For over 25 years, on 5 continents and more than 40 countries, helping over 4 million people each year.
The thing is that in Pakistan, especially in this region, there's no nutrition program, no nutritional screening program. And many of the doctors, they don't even know what to do when they see a malnourished case. So we've come in and we've really provided, I think, the government with something that they can work with. So for example, we have nutritional feeding centers now, and we are training in collaboration with the Ministry of Health. We're training the local government health staff so that they do understand how to do nutritional screening and what to do when they have a malnourished case.
When catastrophic food shortages endanger populations, the Action Against Hunger Network creates therapeutic feeding centers where hundreds of thousands of people, most of them children, many near death, were restored to health last year. Action Against Hunger goes into war-torn territories to help meet the basic survival needs of people whose lives are already jeopardized by violence. Sometimes, this is done at great personal risk to the AAH workers themselves. Action Against Hunger provides emergency aid in camps for refugees and internally displaced people. It's here people have come because staying home meant either risking rape and murder in the field or not having the food and water to survive. Here, AAH also helps people learn new farming methods they can use now and if and when they're able to return home. AAH helps build hand-powered, solar-powered, and diesel-powered wells and taps aquifers to bring clean water to thousands. In drought-stricken parts of the world, AAH brings sustenance while helping to provide new, more drought-resilient seeds. And it provides fishermen who have lost their boats and gear with new equipment, while teaching how to maximize their catch without endangering the ecosystem. AAH builds latrines to provide sanitary conditions to protect against lethal bacteria and viruses. And the good news is, it's working. A recent report by the UN says that for the first time, the number of young children dying worldwide from preventable or treatable causes has dropped below 10 million, a terrible number to be sure, but a number that also represents a clear break from the past, a clear indication that the help is helping.
Il va bien? Oui. Félicitations, maman.
Et moi.
Where AAH goes, lives are saved, hope is restored, a future is made possible. In the world we all share, this is what Action Against Hunger does. This is what Action Against Hunger is about.
Abato bese, mio son di sé, y te la via me se lo tondi sa, ma